Alright, everybody, so tonight for dinner we're having a pantry meal. These are all things that we keep in the pantry on a regular basis. You literally just throw it all into the pot and you're good to go for dinner. We have some canned chicken. You can always use frozen chicken, your home canned chicken, whatever you have. I always use some kind of pre-cooked chicken. If I have pre-cooked shredded chicken, that's what we use. Today I have canned chicken. Chicken broth, diced tomatoes with chilies, corn, tomato paste, black beans, and a jar of salsa that we opened last week for tacos that we had canned. Most of the stuff we do have our own canned version of, but I'm just using the cans that we already had when we moved down here to get them used up too. Excuse me. But this is chicken tortilla soup. At the end of the chicken tortilla soup, we always add a little bit of shredded cheese to our bowls, some sour cream, whatever we choose to have with it. And we usually serve it over rice. You can also take tortillas and cut them into pieces, like actual tortilla shells, flour tortillas, and cut them into pieces and fry them up in a cast iron skillet, a dry skillet, and put those on top. Or if you have tortilla chips, you can break some of those up on top. But that's what makes it the chicken tortilla soup. So this is what we're having for dinner tonight. Like I said, you literally just dump it all into the pot. I add taco seasoning, which is cumin, a little bit of curry powder, salt, pepper, just your basic taco seasoning, chili powder. But you can season it however you like. It's a favorite in our house and super easy. You literally just dump all of these ingredients in and let it go. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. I hope everyone else is having a good day. We'll check in with you later.
Well, because it's me, I got started and didn't think about my camera. But I've already got the floor runners cut. So I just need to move a couple of things around and then I'll be able to set those. I still need to get a measurement so I can run an additional board up there. That'll be basically a top board nailer for this one. And then I'll be able to start securing some of this stuff in and get it squared out so that, well, I can start actually making the framing or installing. Once I do all that, I'm going to get my cross supports put in so that the solid parts that are going to be, well, yeah, the solid, I'll have that to where I can tack it or screw it in from the top and bottom or secure it. But this is where I'm at so far. Okay. Well, that's all I can do on this end at the moment. I'm gonna have to go up to the top, run a nailer for this one so that I can actually secure it how it needs to be. These will be, well, this one's about 36.5 for the spacing. That's obviously less. That one will be about 4 foot. Now I actually had to adjust that because I don't trust that board. So I'm going to avoid it. That spacing is a little over 4 foot, but I can't see putting another upright in there at this point. And that'll actually be the framing for the door. But this will be the pen. But, okay. Okay, so what I've done, should have gotten up there first, Mike, is I've taken a couple of scrap pieces that I had laying around my normal work area. That's no good. I'll have to get another one in there. But use that to make a support for this, and then secured that to it so that I have my upright. So all of my uprights are in place now, and I actually went back and secured these two runner boards together. That way it's a little bit more reinforced before I even get to the siding or anything along those lines. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and frame out everything that I need to have framed, which would be the top of the solid walls going around the sides, and I'm probably going to run one crossbar up higher on this side just to more or less be safe about it. Want it as solid as I can make it, especially if a pig or anything else is going to wind up in here. I'd rather not chance it. But I'm gonna have to run one at about 8 inches off of the ground, or off of the base runner, and then one at the top of the solid part of the wall on this side. And then if we're planning on chicken wire on it later on, chicken wire, hardware cloth, any of that, then I'm going to have to evaluate that and whether or not to run some crossbars so that it ends out kind of the way the chicken coop did. But first things first, get those cross pieces up so that I know where they are going and all of that. Well, I currently have all of my frame working done, which this is probably some of the best frame working I've actually done. So that's a plus. This one is mainly in case we put a full door in. If not, just helps with the structuring, a little bit better supporting. all of these are set up so that there's something to secure the boards to on the top. But now I need to head up to the Quonset hut and start working on doing some of the cutting for the boards for the siding. So that's where I'm heading now. Well, these are the boards that I've been shiplapping. Not the cleanest, but it'll work. And it is definitely a chore doing that kind of length off of the table saw. But as it stands, that's not going to be enough for me to do the one side, much less all of it. So I gotta go through, find some more, get them shiplapped, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be putting siding on and getting that squared out. But this is what I'm doing at the moment.